You've probably felt it. That moment when you install LangChain to build a simple agent that answers a few questions, and suddenly you're drowning in abstractions, chains, runnables, and callback handlers you never asked for. Meanwhile, you hear that CrewAI is the clean, opinionated alternative, until you try to do something even slightly unusual and hit a wall. So which trap are you falling into? And is there actually a right answer here? Let's start by being fair to LangChain, because its bloated complaint often comes from people using it wrong. LangChain is not really a framework for building one agent. It's a toolbox for composing language model calls, retrievers, memory, and tool execution into arbitrary pipelines. If your actual need is call GPT, check the answer against a vector store, then format the output. LangChain gives you battle-tested components for every step. The problem is that this generality has a cost. The learning curve is steep, the API has changed dramatically across versions, and debugging a chain of nested runnables can feel like reading someone else's spaghetti code at 3 in the morning. Now here's the honest truth about overkill. For a genuinely simple agent, one model, a couple of tools, a loop that keeps calling until the task is done, you often don't need LangChain at all. The OpenAI or Anthropic SDK plus about 40 lines of Python will give you function calling, a while loop, and full control over what happens. No hidden prompts, no framework upgrades breaking your code, no guessing which of 5 ways to do the same thing is the current blessed one. If that's your situation, reaching for LangChain isn't just overkill, it's actively adding surface area for bugs. CrewAI sits at the opposite end of the philosophy. It's built around one strong idea. You define agents with roles, goals, and backstories, then assign them tasks and let them collaborate like a small team. A researcher agent gathers information, a writer agent drafts, a reviewer agent critiques. For that specific mental model, CrewAI is genuinely delightful. You can stand up a multi-agent workflow in minutes, and the code reads almost like a description of a real team. When your problem naturally decomposes into distinct roles handing work to each other, this is hard to beat. But that elegance is also the cage. CrewAI is opinionated, and opinions are constraints. The moment you want fine-grained control over the exact sequence of tool calls, or you need conditional branching that doesn't fit the role and task metaphor, or you want to inject custom logic between every step, you start fighting the framework. You'll find yourself reading source code to understand what's happening under the hood, monkey patching behavior, or accepting that some things just aren't cleanly supported. The very structure that made simple cases fast makes complex, irregular cases painful. So the real question isn't which one is better. It's which one matches the shape of your problem. If your workflow is a clean team of specialists doing predictable handoffs, CrewAI's constraints are a feature. They save you from reinventing coordination. If your workflow is a tangle of custom logic, unusual control flow, and deep integration with existing systems, LangChain's flexibility earns its complexity, and its ecosystem of integrations becomes a real asset rather than dead weight. And there's a third option people forget in the framework wars: build it yourself. Modern model SDKs already handle tool calling, structured outputs, and streaming. For a large slice of real-world agents, a plain loop you fully understand beats any framework you only half understand. Frameworks are worth it when they save more time than they cost, and that math changes with every project. So don't ask whether LangChain is overkill or CrewAI is too limiting in the abstract. Ask what your agent actually needs to do, how irregular its logic is, and how much control you're willing to trade for speed. Pick the smallest tool that fits, and if nothing fits cleanly, 40 lines of your own code might be the smartest choice of all.